two. Now to one. It's Gaines. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm obvious and real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, joined today by Matt, the Hot Take Titan. He's back, baby. Hey, he's back just in time because football is, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm hoping to hear some hot takes from the Hot Take Titan. He's back right on time because preseason is upon us. I'm like, Lord, please let any type of football come on. I'll take college. I'll take Friday Night Lights. Bro, I'll take anything. I just need football because I'm
Hold up. The AFL and the USFL wasn't holding it for you? Wasn't doing it for you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll be looking at some of their returners or the kickers because Cowboys be signing the kickers and the returners for some reason. Like for the past 3 seasons, we're plucking.
Hold up. Wasn't y'all's old quarterback out there balling out MVP season?
Bro, no. Oh, he was. What's his name? What's his name?
DiGucci.
Yeah, DiNucci. Ben DiNucci. He was trash in the NFL though, bro. He was, but maybe they threw him in the mix, and he hadn't had any experience, and they threw him out there against the Eagles.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready, but you know we lost him. We moved on from him. We got Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? So.
Rush, yeah, that's y'all savior. He saved y'all season last year.
Yup.
You know,
And
you
Matt,
get your jersey yet?
Okay, I see Cooper Rush. See, my son will straight tell you like they should just play Cooper Rush over Dak Prescott. Like, yo, slow down, Tone. Slow it down. Like, I got to teach my boy the ways of the Cowboys. Like, we don't do that to Dak Prescott. And another thing, Matt,
go ahead.
Tell me. So I'm done jousting with you in the DMs. Pause. I'm done talking back and forth. We had to take it to the real ring right here because everything I post, Matt got something to say about the Cowboys. On every platform. It could be on Threads. It could be on Insta. It could be on Twitter. It could be anywhere. Matt's like, yo, I don't know, bro.
I just call it how I see it. I just call it how I see it.
Though. Tell me why. Okay. Tell me why Justin Fields and his boys out there. I don't know if y'all had a winning season last year, but y'all out there having water balloon fights at camp. You got to explain this, bro. Tell me what you.
That's a low blow. First of all, that's a low blow because you knew we had the first pick. All right, so you know we didn't have a winning season. Secondly, unlike the boys, your boys, we actually practice in the hot. All right, we practice in the heat. It's hot out there, so you know they had a good day of practice. Let them have a little bit of fun. You know, practice was over. They was done.
All right,
you know,
I'll take
team
that.
building,
building,
camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Hey, hold on. Would you rather your boys be having water balloon fights or be spatting at each other over bad passes and poor decision making?
Yo, this is what I'm talking about. So if Dak was out there throwing water balloons, they would have his ass on ESPN, Matt. So the whole thing is people want to. I assume you're talking about the Trayvon Diggs calling Dak out his name, all this that. So the B word's a little far. I would have to say, but you know this happens. It just don't get caught on camera, like
right.
Like I said.
Wait.
It's healthy banter.
Camp fights happen. You're right. Disrespecting your quarterback. You know what I mean?
Them, Matt, you're one of them.
Hey, disrespecting quarterback. I didn't say it. LaShawn McCoy said it.
He did.
He said what did he say? He said he was with Brady. I was with Nick.
Oh my God.
I was with Mahomes.
Shady, man. You know? So I mess with Shady, and I love what he's doing on Fox Sports. Like, he's funny. When he said, your favorite player, I gave him crazy work. I gave that boy. Like, he's I mess with LaShawn McCoy, but he is dead wrong, bro. Like, maybe not corner to quarterback, it's gonna go on, bro. Like, because Dak first one talking that mess when he threw a touchdown pass to CD. And that's all that was. Trayvon's been getting toasted all training camp, and I'll admit to it. He's been getting toasted all training camp. So he just had enough. Dak had an interview after this whole thing happened saying, "Oh, I started that. I start all smoke. It's cool. Like, this is what we do."
So honestly, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's fun. I think it's fun for the internet. It's fun for us to go back and forth. But it's camp. It's having fun. You competitive. What, you said a couple words in my face mask. That's about it. They got back to it, had a good day of practice. It's nothing. But it is fun. It's fun to banter about. It's fun. It creates content for us. So
and you know what? Jerry Jones loves it too. Jerry Jones is like, yes. Let's release that
keep
footage.
talking. Yeah.
Let's release that footage. But Matt, also what I had to add, we have to get right to the football. In training camp, what are some of the highlights that you've seen from your team so far? Like, I seen a dope INT celebration. I posted that on the page. The Spider-Man.
Yeah, Kyle Gordon. Yeah, you know what I mean? What I've seen from camp is what I've really been wanting to see is I wanted to see how well Justin Fields is progressing in the pocket, right? And it's very, like, again, we only get limited footage. But from what I've seen, he looks a lot more comfortable in the pocket, right? Now, that could be because he knows they can't hit him, a lot of things. But he looks comfortable. Him and DJ Moore seem to be on the same page very early, right? They seem to be clicking. He looks like a dog, like DJ Moore out there looking like what I expected him to look like. I know Chase Claypool got some love on the internet over a 2-yard slant after we sent like 70 people in motion. It looked like we didn't know what we was doing at the top of the play. And, so hopefully that's a good sign for him that he's coming along. I haven't seen too much of the defense yet. I haven't had the opportunity to kind of look at what they're doing. I know I've heard a lot of the interviews. I've seen a lot of interviews, but I want to see him in action. I want to see him play. Also, though, it is camp. How many people are camp warriors, right? They come in training camp and they Hall of Famers. And then the bright lights on week 1 show up and it's like, oh, man, Absolutely. So we gotta take it. We gotta take it with each day. Like the progress be the progress and go from there.
So what I do like to hear is, Fields and DJ Moore clicking. And DJ Moore, he's like the most quarterback-friendly receiver you could have because he'll catch it on the move. He'll catch a screen and go get yak yards. He'll do a lot for Justin Fields. He's not just the go deep, catch a bomb type receiver. You know what I'm saying? So
the best move we made 2 days ago, and that was signing Mercedes Lewis. Like that was
talking about the tight end, right? Move. For people who don't know,
yeah,
the tight end, correct? Okay,
the tight end, Mercedes Lewis, and the reason why that's good, I don't expect him to get 30, 40 plays a game. I expect him to get like 10, 15 in the red zone. But the knowledge, right? Mercedes Lewis has been a dog in the league for a long time, and sir. I think the tight ends we have, Cole Kmet specifically, they haven't had that mentor, that person in the room with them that can progress them at the rate they should be. So getting Mercedes Lewis is going to be great. What our receiving core is going to learn from him, man, I'm excited about that.
Bro, and not just receiving core. I didn't know about Mercedes Lewis signing. That's big. Because what he also did, I want to say for the Steelers, right?
It's the Pack.
He played for the Pack, but did he ever play for the Steelers? I think a while back, maybe. But
maybe, I mean, he's been in the league for a while. Jaguars and Pack, where he made his name.
But what I know about him is he can block too. So he's helping.
Yeah, great.
He's helping keep that pocket clean. He's not just a catching tight end. He's keeping that pocket clean and helping Fields get a little more time and a little more comfortable in that pocket. I like that. I really do. And to touch back on what you were saying about it's only camp. We got camp warriors out there. Let's see what happens when the pads come on. Something that, we talked about it already because, like I said, everything I post about the Cowboys, you come at me.
I already know where you're going.
Deuce Vaughn. I've seen it before, and I'm not totally convinced. I really got to see him in preseason. He looks good out there in camp when we can't take him to the ground. He's bouncing off defenders, but they're really not trying to murder him out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
He looks good, and what I think we'll use him for is more like out the backfield catching because he's got skills not just as a runner but as a catcher and a route runner. Like, so we'll see what we can do with him. I just want to see.
I think you're gonna try and use him how y'all used Tony Pollard last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's the game plan, right?
Exactly.
And he might even get a little bit more because we're not sure like where Tony Pollard is in his rehab. Yeah. So I think that's really what you're gonna do. Y'all leaned heavy on Tony Pollard though, and I just don't know if he's that type of back. Right? Yeah. You're right. He could be a gadget back, catch some screens. Little arrow routes and stuff out the backfield.
But that concerns me, Matt, because Zeke scored 13 touchdowns last year in a cloud, 2 yards in a cloud of dust type stuff. Like, we don't really have anything proven like that. We thought we brought Ronald Jones in to kind of be that guy. Oh, he gets suspended for first two games for PEDs. So now we got a couple backs that are unproven. And that's what I'm looking at after watching camp. Because you see me, I was excited about Deuce first couple of days of pads. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
Deuce.
the first IG clip came out, and you over here giving him he the new Emmett. And you like, give him 22. Give him 22.
No, I didn't say all that. Stop. But listen, I was hyped. But then after I've been watching like all week because the Cowboys just, I don't know why we do this, but we have our whole practice on YouTube. Like other scouts from our division are like, yo. But I've seen Deuce and I've seen a couple. He's not really in between it. I don't know what he's going to do between the tackles. And Tony Pollard's not really in between the tackles back either. So what, we got two backs that are kind of like, not gadget, but yeah, gadgety. We need that goal line back in preseason. I'm gonna be watching very closely to see who that is. Ooh. I don't know.
But running backs ain't that important no more. So
right. Hey, I don't buy into all that, bro. Wait. So I never even asked you, Matt. How do you feel, real quickly? How do you feel about the running back situations, and where do you stand? Do you think the league is just moving in a different direction and it's tough titty for the running backs, or do you think these top tier running backs should be getting, long-term deals?
I want everybody to make their money, regardless of position, right? You worked hard, go get your money. I still think, and I'm a little older, so I still think that the running back is a very important position in the game.
Yes, sir.
I also understand the business side of the NFL is like, look, y'all be getting hurt a lot, right? Y'all be getting hurt a lot, and if we lock up investments, then we can't build our team the depth that we need our teams to be built on in this league today. I also understand the owners where they're like, hey, these quarterbacks, this is our market. We market these quarterbacks, so we need to make sure we have the pieces around the quarterback, which would be your line, your receivers.
Yep.
Then finally your running back, right? So I get everybody's side to it. And I agree with everybody, right? Hey, owners, if the way you want to build your team is the way you want to build your team. If you don't want to pay a running back, don't pay a running back, right? But look, when you're not winning games in the winter, right? You're not winning games when it's cold. You're not winning games late in the playoffs because you can't run the ball. Like, that's on you.
Exactly, man.
That's on you.
It's rough. It's rough out here for a running back. And Jerry Jones said something years ago. He's kind of ahead of the curve. Even though he paid Zeke, but that's for money purposes. He's selling jerseys. He was the star of the team, top 5 pick, but he said something when we didn't sign DeMarco Murray. He told DeMarco Murray, it's what the job pays, son. I'm like, whoa. Bro.
It's true.
I'm like,
but
damn,
right.
like, that's how you go. Like, if you keep, because then it's like, it is what it is, bro. Like, you're playing a sport and making millions of dollars. And this is what this position pays right now. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
And they let DeMarco Murray go after a crazy season. And he looked good. Honestly, Jerry looked good for it because he never had a season like that again.
So I think, okay, let's talk specifics, right? I think Saquon, the deal he took, I'm like, whoa, I don't understand. But I would be skeptical too. I would be hesitant to give him a long deal if I was the Giants because he's only played one full season with him.
Yeah.
Right? Amazing season. Two amazing seasons, but the middle of those 2 seasons were like freak accident injuries. But yeah, freak accident injuries happen, like that happens at that position a lot. So it's understandable. Jonathan Taylor, again, he's coming off injury, right? So as good as he is, top 3 back in the league, definitely deserves his money. But like at the end of the day, when you're looking at the Colts and you're like, my team is trash. I got a lot of pieces that I need to build in. I need to bring in a quarterback.
Yeah.
I need to bring in stuff for him. Like, even though having a solid running back to protect your young quarterback is a thing. Let me say that. But it's like, I get it. Like, I do get it. I can't put that investment in there when I'm not 100% sure it's a sure thing, right? And I know I have a bunch of other pieces that I need to build up.
It's crazy, Matt, because I think we're on the same page. When you're on either side of the fence, as a running back, pay me if I'm top 5. True. And if you're an owner or a GM, I can't pay you, bro, because there's a really good chance you're getting injured in the next 2 years. So you're going to franchise tag like how they did Tony Pollard or how they did the deal with Saquon. You can see both sides. I really can, it sucks because I feel like these top tier backs. Saquon was the reason why the Giants were good last year. I'm sorry, like I don't buy.
Yeah, but
Pascal,
look
I
at
don't buy
this.
to the Daniel Jones train. I can't do it.
They did it to Lamar. Look, they made Lamar earn every penny of his new contract, right?
Yeah, they did.
And at the time, the second best, third best quarterback in the league at the time.
MVP type stuff,
right? You know, so they made him earn every why because of injury. They were afraid of injury, of his style of play. So it makes sense. They're not just going to throw money. At the end of the day, it is a business, and they got to run a business, right? And the only way that we can keep getting our NFL the way we love it is if they keep putting a good business out. If they keep doing good business, put a good product out on that field. So, you know,
yeah, no, absolutely right. I think we agree on this topic. Let's get back to our teams though. I want to ask you because last time I had you on, the Hot Take Titan said Bears worst to first in the NFC North. Do you, after watching a little bit of training camp, reading some notes, listening to some interviews, hearing your coaches talk, do you still feel the same way? Looking around the league, the landscape. I want to ask, honest opinion.
Honest opinion, I still feel the same way, but not because of camp, right? Okay. I feel the same way just because, like, it's true, you know, it's just true. I can't say nothing else.
Talk that shit.
But, like, let's look at it. The Green Bay Packers, half their team is in New York right now, right? Yeah, so, okay, they've got a new team. They got a couple new pieces. Jordan Love, probably going to be a dog, but will he be a dog this first season? We don't know. It's a question mark, all right? Well, we don't have a question mark at quarterback. We got a guy. So, boom, right there. We was already competitive with them last year when they had Aaron Rodgers. So, I think we take 2 from Green Bay this year. Let's go to Detroit.
Sweep.
Detroit, what's that?
That's sweep.
Sweeping, yeah, we get the broom out, right? Let's go to Detroit. Detroit's making waves. They're doing good.
Detroit. That's the one I wanted to hear from, Matt. I wanted to hear about what you think about Detroit.
I like what Motor City did last year, but let's also remember we was the worst team in football last year, and if it wasn't for 2 bonehead plays, we would have swept Detroit. You know what I mean? 2 bonehead plays late,
right?
And we was the worst team in football last year. Well, we're not the worst team in football this year on paper, so we sweep Detroit. All right. So now we just got to take care of the Vikings, right? We got 4 wins in the division right there. So let's talk about the Vikings. The
Vikings did not resign Dalvin. They did not resign Dalvin Cook,
which was huge. Like, you know what I mean? That Dalvin Cook was a huge piece of their offense last year. But they still have a really good offense even without Dalvin Cook, right? They're still very good. They're still the favorites. I'll be honest. They're the favorites to take the North.
Okay.
But let's think about it. If it wasn't for one particular player who decided they didn't want to get out of bounds or get down late in the fourth quarter when Justin Fields was bringing us back, we would have beat the Vikings. We would have split with the Vikings. So, we would have split with them last year. We got better this year. Sweep. I think we sweeping this 6-0 in the division. 6-0
and you know what? Fans, this is why I love having faithful fans on the show because Matt's taking it down to the plays that determine the season. Like he said, okay, 1 or 2 plays against the Lions. My thoughts were the Lions, because the Vikings took a step back, I feel like letting go of Dalvin. They're going to put it all on Kirk. It's all on Kirk now? I don't know. But the Lions, I think Goff caught his second win. So I think that'll be
also a contract.
I think it'll be between
contract year for Kirk. It's a contract year for Kirk, and we know what he does in contract years. So
I didn't know about that.
He might come out here, torching the league.
Damn. I didn't think about that.
You know.
Hey, but honestly, in all honesty, I do think your guys' team is primed to take the lead. As long as Fields is what he's supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of hype, a lot of pressure on Fields this year. Because he did a lot of Lamar Jackson type stuff last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, putting the team on his back. It didn't always lead to wins, but you could see where, bro, if he had a little bit here and a little bit there and a little more reliability in the receiver, in the receiver room, that could have got flipped.
He has to improve on his accuracy. There was a lot of throws, a lot of balls that he missed in critical situations or at times in the game that could have extended a drive. And if you extend a drive, who knows what happens, right? Even giving your defense another series to rest, or even moving the ball 10 more yards for your kicker to flip the fields,
Definitely.
You know, or even get into field goal range. So there were some times, like, let me be honest, there was a lot of throws and situations that Justin Fields should have made there was a lot of decisions that he was hesitant on. He didn't turn the ball over that much. He did fumble a lot, but we got him back. But so he's got to improve a lot, right? It's a proven year for him because the excuse has always been he don't got a receiver, he don't got a core around him. He hasn't been in the same system twice. All of those have been checked off this year, right?
So it's proved, like you said, big year.
Yeah, has to prove it.
I love it. And in all honesty, if I had to pick, I could see y'all sweeping Green Bay. Because and I could see y'all sweeping. I'm not big on the Vikings, but since you told me the contract thing, with Cousins, I could see a 1-1, and then it's all about what y'all do against the Lions. It's really all about what y'all do against the Lions. They got a couple more weapons on offense. I think they signed Sanders, the running back from Philly, and they got old boy out the draft from the running back. What's his name? Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah,
they got a good running back out at so they might be humming on offense as well. But you guys are too. And I didn't know about the Mercedes Lewis, and y'all got DJ Moore, Claypool.
Y'all just signed Yannick.
I'm hearing about Claypool's immaturity. Like, what is that about? Like,
we know Claypool's been immature. That's not nothing new. He was immature.
That's why he got moved.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, I just think Claypool hasn't been playing the game long enough, right? He started playing the game at 16, 17.
Okay.
And it shows. Like just in certain situations, he don't know how to act and what to do, but that's because he don't got the reps.
He been living off athleticism.
Yeah, he really has. He really has. So I'm not a big fan of Claypool. I don't even think Claypool is that crucial to our receiving core. I think even without him, we still have a solid receiving core. Now, if he plays to his potential, we bad. Yeah, we bad. We got one of the better receiving cores in the league if Claypool plays up to his potential that everybody expects.
Okay, I got you. Hey, so Matt, before we move on to the final topic, I want to also ask you if you had to pick a team coming out of the NFC East, who do you? Because you know how it goes in the NFC East. It's a dogfight, and even more so this year. I feel like. Who do you honestly pick? I know you're talking to a Cowboy fan, but just give me your honest opinion.
The Commanders.
Stop, really, Matt?
Yeah, that's just how the NFC East works.
Matt,
like,
no.
Every other year.
That is the hottest take of the That is the hottest take of the evening.
That was the last team. Wow. Nah, I'm playing.
Oh my God.
To be honest with you, I really think the Giants are going to turn the corner.
Okay.
I expect a lot of the Giants. I think we all know it's a three-man race between Giants, Eagles, and you guys. And if I had to rank it, I had to put it in order of those three. I think I just did the Giants, Eagles, and then you guys, right? And that's because, look, you got the reigning Super Bowl. They're not champions, but they were there.
NFC
they represent. There's
the NFC champs.
Yeah, they're still a really good football team, even after the moves they made, and they lost a couple key pieces, but they're still a really strong, dominant football team, right? It's hard to catch lightning in a bottle twice, and now they got a target on their back. I don't know if they're, you know what I mean? I don't know if they can be the Chiefs. Not everybody can be the Chiefs where you just repeat every year. So I think they take a little bit of a step back simply because I don't know if they go to the Super Bowl this year, but they're still going to be a really good team. I think the Giants, as you saw, the Giants was in both of the games they played against Philly last year. Did they win one? They split it, right?
I think they split with Philly. We swept them, though.
They split it. And I was just about to say, you guys swept them, but I expect them to split with you guys, right? I expect them to split with you guys. So I feel like they take a step forward above Philly. And then I think for you guys, take a step backwards only because you don't have a running game as it stands right now.
You ain't lying.
You know what I mean?
We talked about it. You ain't lying.
So that's why I if I'm being honest, you guys don't have a running game. You don't have a plan there yet. Now that could change 3-4 weeks into the season when we see what y'all got going on and y'all prove it. But like right now, that's how I'm feeling.
No, I hear you. And honestly, that's a good way. I like it that way. I like when no one's really expecting the Cowboys to do nothing, because we always rise to the occasion. And
Do you?
I like yo. Stop. Just let me land the plane, Matt. Let me land the plane. Holy shit. Okay. So the Cowboys, Dak Prescott is so underrated, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all can say what you want to say. This man, he had a bad season, worst season of his career. And a lot of it had to do with protection up front, protection off the sides. We were a mess. We lost our right tackle, and that's kind of when we couldn't run no more because that's what we ran behind. Terrence Steele. He's back. But we had to move Tyron over there. We had to have a rookie over here on the left side. It was a mess on the offensive line. I think with a healthy offensive line, I think Dak has a better season, and he doesn't. And with Mike McCarthy behind, on the headset, we have a better season, and Dak does not throw as many interceptions.
I swear I heard you say Dak was underrated. Is that what I heard you say?
I said he's underrated.
It wasn't technology like messing up there.
Dak is underrated. Not to Cowboy fans, but to the public. To the public.
The public be having Dak as a top 5 quarterback, top 10 quarterback.
Bro, Dak is a top 10 quarterback. Okay, we ain't gonna do this, man.
But no, he is a top 10 quarterback. But what do you mean he's underrated? He's rated right where he should be.
Okay, I guess you could say. I just see a lot of hate on Dak because of the 15 interceptions. Like he had a bad season last year, his worst ever. But we still made it to the second round of the playoffs. So like, all that said,
I think so. All right, with Dak, I think Dak is a good quarterback, right? I think he's a good quarterback. I think Dak could be a quarterback on a Super Bowl winning team.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So the 15 interceptions, yeah, it was a lot of bad decisions, but like again, you gotta go look at tape. I'll say about 8 of them was real bad. 8 of them was like that. Come on, right? The other 6 was in pressure situations. By pressure, I mean like, hey, I gotta make a bigger play than what's necessary because we're either behind. The situation is dire, and I'm like getting my ass beat right now. They're hitting me, so I'm trying to get rid of it. I would say the one game, there was 2 games where I was like, that was really bad. That was against the Jaguars.
Yep, bad game. Worst game of the season for him.
That was against the Jaguars, and I think like 2 weeks prior to that, he looked pretty bad. I forget who it was. Outside of that, he just played aggressive football, right? He was throwing the ball down the field more. He was taking shots outside the numbers to his receivers, which everybody was complaining that he didn't do. You know what I mean? So when Brett Favre
go, let's go to his receivers. I say a lot of them were also. I thought you were going to say this. His receivers were not winning. They were not winning those.
That was where I was going. That's okay. Go ahead. You know what I mean? I was just about to say he was throwing outside to the receivers. He was giving them the 50-50 balls they've been asking for. They did not create any separation. Very limited. You know? So, like, the 15 interception is never good, but, like, again, y'all won, 12 games? 8 of them Dak won for you guys.
Yep.
And he got you guys to the second round of the playoffs. So, he won a playoff game, right? Like, that's the thing we've been arguing with him about.
So, like,
I don't know. Dak I don't think he's underrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's rated right where he should be. He's a top 10 quarterback, has potential to move up to be top 5. I think we want him to be a top 5, which is why we're hard on him. Okay. Right?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Okay. So we're going to parlay that into the final question. Dak or Fields will have the better statistical season this year. Not necessarily whose team will go further, but who will have the better who will have a better year as a quarterback all the way around?
All right, I'm gonna put it like this. I think when it comes down to it, it'll be statistically, we're gonna lean towards Dak Prescott only because Dak's gonna have more passing yards because you guys are built to throw the ball. We're still gonna be a run heavy team, right? Secondly, I think they'll have similar completion percentages. Justin Fields will have way less turnovers than Dak. Dak's going to turn the ball over more than Justin Fields, for sure. Justin Fields is going to have more rushing yards. Dak's going to have more touchdowns.
Okay.
So, if we're talking about being a quarterback, you got to give it to Dak because he's going to have the touchdowns and he's going to have the passing yards. And that's what quarterbacks are here for, right? So
Matt, you're so objective today. I wanted to go at you today, but okay. So what I was thinking, I thought you were going to for sure say Fields. And if you want to know my opinion, Matt, I think Fields is going to have the better statistical season for a lot of the things you said earlier about how you guys are going to take the NFC North. I feel like if you guys do, Fields has a Lamar Jackson type year, regardless of how far he's throwing the ball down the field, how many touchdowns he throws. I think if y'all are successful, it's on the back of Fields. So, and
yes, for sure.
And what I think about Dak and why I say Fields will have a better statistical season is I think our success is based on dialing Dak back. I think McCarthy's going to do a good job. It's just the running game. That's the problem. We have to have a strong running game in order to do that. It has to be more like his rookie year, where he was kind of just quarterbacking the thing, driving the bus, as they say, Garoppoloing it, And I think that if we have a good season, which I know we will, that's going to happen. I think Dak will throw. He's probably going to have more throwing yards, but I don't think he's going to have like touchdown pass. I think we're going to dial it back, and McCarthy's going to be a little more safe than Kellen was. So I think Dak will have not his best statistical year, but we will still have a good year in turn.
Yo, you better not. I think if Dak don't have a good statistical year, you guys might be looking for a new quarterback.
Okay, no,
right?
so you mishear me. I don't say bad statistical, like just not.
No, I'm saying Dak needs to improve. He needs to have better numbers than he did 2 years ago.
I think he'll have less sacks. He'll have less interceptions. He'll get sacked less. But I don't know if he's going to be trying to air it out, throwing them 50-50 balls that you're talking about. I don't think we're really going to be doing a lot of that. I think we're going to be more hitting these receivers on short routes, on the run, little, screens. I think we're going to try to dial it back. That's why I think that's what McCarthy's trying to go with it. That's what I think.
I don't think he's gonna be throwing down the ball down the field. You're right, but I do see them throwing the ball a lot more.
Oh yeah,
they don't have a running back. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have a 2-3 down running back. So you know what I mean. And then you bring in 2 more tight ends. The writing is on the wall that we're gonna just be doing. We're gonna be Tom Brady in this dink and dunk all the way down the field. Like Dak is gonna throw the ball on average 40 times a game.
Oh, please, no. See, we can't do it.
35, 40 times.
That's where the league is going. And honestly, like you said, Matt, if we can't find it, if Tony Pollard isn't worth the tag money that we tagged him for, then we're going to end up throwing the ball 40 times a game. I just hope Tony, without Zeke, can pick up a little more of that.
Tony Pollard is good, but we got to see what he looks like post injury. You know what I mean?
He broke his leg, dog, like crazy.
Yeah.
Tore his ACL. So we'll see. But I honestly think I think we're both on the same. I think we feel like if the Cowboys are going to do good, Dak has to have a good year. And if the Bears are going to do good, I think Fields, if the Bears win the North, he's going to have a Lamar like an MVP season. Like,
he had almost an MVP season last year if he would have just threw the ball a little better, and he will throw the ball better this year. So definitely he's going to, we got a guy. And then Mooney's coming back off injury to stretch the field. Look.
Oh, we still talking about Mooney, okay.
Mooney, what? Mooney is a dog.
I didn't know. I thought we forgot about him since DJ Moore came. I thought we forgot about him.
No. Okay. The only reason DJ Mooney didn't get as much love as did because he got injured in week 11, right? And that's when our season fell apart. So Mooney coming back, Mooney was the only one getting separation, the only one stretching the field, making the plays. So you now think about this. Think about what defenses have to do. You got to keep a lid on for Mooney. You have to keep the lid on it, right? Because he will take the top off. So you got to have safety help over the top.
I know.
You have DJ Moore who's gonna work on single coverage. Oh, really?
Yeah. Run him on a little 5-yard drag, right? Have everyone go vertical and have him go right.
Because you can't sit in the zone, right? You can't sit in the zone because, you can sit in the zone, but you can't play straight up man because Fields is just gonna take off on you, right? As soon as he sees the back of them numbers, he's gone. You know what I mean? You can't sit in a soft zone because the linebackers are not fast enough for him, right? So if he beats one linebacker, he gone.
Honestly, Matt, I'm excited for this season. I think the Bears. Honestly, I play with you, but I think the Bears are going to be fine. Like I said, now that Green Bay's out of the picture, it clears it up a lot for you. It's like wide open out there, and y'all looking at it probably have the quarterback with the brightest future in the whole division. So
if we win 3 of our first 4 games, we win in the Super Bowl.
Oh wait, now I gotta look at y'all's schedule, but we got a little bit of time. Matt, I appreciate you coming on here and giving us all your wisdom after studying these Bears hard. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love having faithful fans on the show. Do you have anything you have to say to the fans besides the Commanders are winning the NFC East? Hot take, Titan.
Man, I just told you, if the Bears win the first 3 of the first 4, we are winning the Super Bowl. Hands down. You don't want to see it.
Matt, I wanted you to correct that. You Super Bowl, Matt? Super Bowl?
All right. Let me say it again. If the Bears win 3 of the first 4, we are winning the Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ. All right, fans, so you have it. So you have it, fans, on the Faithful Fan Show. Thank the Hot Take Titan for dropping it once again. Drop the mic, Matt. Drop the mic. Da 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 da.
Rookie in the paint, going hard with the vet. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Rookie in the paint, going hard with the vet. I need a leg. So much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm obvious if real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know fully when I drop. Call for it, Kellingo in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Turk the loose stroke magic. Rhymes over all y'all like dirt for 2. Rookie in the game,